everybody, it's Patty, Rockstar Mom, and welcome back to my channel. And oh my gosh, today we're talking about hands and how to have pretty hands even at any age. I mean at any age. I promise you I can give you some tips to help you to have prettier hands as you age, regardless of what they look like today. I promise you, I have some tricks. I have some good tricks. Well, they're not tricks, they're tips. I have some tips to help you have really pretty hands, especially in time for the holiday. You know, we want pretty hands all year long. We always want pretty hands. We want to wear pretty rings because guess what? We see our hands. We don't see our faces unless we're constantly seeing reflections of ourselves. And I know as we go through the day, we get glimpses when we're out shopping or when we're at home cleaning or you know, we get glimpses of our faces, but we see our hands almost constantly. And in many times, I think we're reminded of our age. Oh my gosh, because truly, we can have all kinds of things done to this face. All kinds of things done, but there's just not a lot that we can do. There are injections that you can have on the tops of your hands to fill out this loose skin and to sort of hide the veining that we get, especially as we get older. But other than that, we can't physically change the shape of our hands. Let me say right off the bat, I am nursing a cold. I am on the downside of it. I'm getting better, still coughing. So, and I'm a little bit hoarse, so you'll hear it in my voice, and I'll probably have to take a lot of breaks and cough and get water. So I want to ask you something really quick. How many of you have watched or seen pictures of Dolly Parton in the past few years? Now, you know Dolly, whether you like her or not, whether you're a fan, Dolly is our age. She's my age. We're somewhere close, trust me, within a few years, one way or the other. And yet she still presents herself. And something that I've noticed about Dolly is her hands. She's always had those long acrylics, which we all love, or most of us do. And she still has them. I realized a while back that Dolly was doing something to the backs of her hands. And what she was doing is she was wearing, she always wore long sleeves. She always wears long sleeves down to her wrist. I've noticed that. And then there's almost like an extension. It's like a little glove. I don't know what they're called, but they just cover the top of her hand, and they appear to come down and probably go with a loop around her rings or her ring finger. So, and they're jeweled. They're mesh, like a flesh colored, and they're jeweled, both hands. And that covers her hands so that at Dolly's age, any sunspots, age spots, wrinkling, sagging, the fat deposits leaving her hands still look pretty. You don't see that when she's in public, when she's performing. I think if I could get by with that, I would do it. Well, no thinking about it. If I could go out every day with long sleeves on and those cute little, I can imagine all kinds of designs I could get on that mesh to make my hands look pretty. That would be pretty neat, but I can't. So what can I do? What have I done over the years to have pretty hands? I get compliments on my hands all the time from you guys. And I'm so appreciative of that because I've taken care of my hands. I really have. For many, many years, I drove every day in my car like this. I have sunspots on the side of my face from the window, from the sun coming through that window. I have spots on my hands from the sun coming through and beating me up. Once I realized what was happening, I really got serious about putting sunscreens on my hands especially. I was already using them on my face, or starting to use them on my face, but I started using sunscreen on my hands. I'm going to tell you some things that are probably just common sense to you, but they're little things that even today, if your hands are already starting to show those signs of aging, it's not too late. It is never too late with our hands. We can make them look prettier. So sunscreen, absolutely sunscreen. Remember to put it on your hands. Also remember lotions. I have lotion everywhere. I have a chair that I always sit in where I put my laptop in my lap, and I have a table next to the chair. I can guarantee you, there is a tube of lotion. I have lotion by the sink. I have lotion by the bed. I have lotion in every purse I own. I have it in the glove compartment of my car, in the console. I have lotion everywhere. I am constantly putting lotion on my hands. I've done it so much that it's become a habit. Something else that I have always done is everything I put on my face, skincare wise, I don't care what it is, I put it on my hands too. If I'm rubbing a serum in on my face, whatever's left on my hands, without even thinking, I'm rubbing it on my hands. And if there's enough, I start going up my arms. If I'm putting a cream on my face, I don't use Retin-A anymore, but a retinol, hyaluronic acid, it doesn't matter. If I'm putting it on my face, it's also going on my hands. What's left, I don't do an extra step and go, oh, let's put a few more pumps that I can put on my hand. I don't do that. It's what's left on my hands after I do my face goes on the backs of my hands and as far up my arms as it will go. I've been doing that for so many years. It is just habit. I mean, habit. The next thing I know that I have always done is I take care of my nails. Whether I'm wearing acrylics or not, I take care of my nails. I've been wearing acrylics since acrylics came out. I rarely take them off. I just love the ease and the care. It just makes it, for me personally, I don't spend as much time on my actual nails to have to keep them pretty when I wear acrylics. So that is sort of my little treat to me, always has been, is I like nails. I don't do manicures very often, but I do like my acrylics. I got a new set just yesterday, and I did something a little bit different, and I'll try to show you here. I'll do a close-up if I can. But normally I go with the white tips only, and I have a shape similar to this and a length similar to this, maybe a little bit shorter. I will shorten these, but I always take those white tips after they've been applied, and probably gel usually put over them, a clear gel. I come home and I have 3 or 4 nail polishes that I absolutely love, and I'll just grab one of those, and they're just very translucent polishes, either a white or a pink, and I put one coat over those, and that's all I do with my nails until I go back for a fill. And I go back for a fill real often because my nails grow so fast. But yesterday I did an ombre look, and she used the powder, which they always use, but she used pink powder and she used white powder, and it was the way she smoothed them out. And if you look real close at them, you can see that there's no line. That's what I like about it, is there's no line. It's just a smooth transition from pink to white. And this goes with everything. I never have to worry about having red nail polish and a pink sweater, let's say, or lipstick, or you know, this just goes with everything. I can achieve a similar look to this with what I've been doing for all these years. But this will be nice not even to have to do that. Will I do this again? I don't know. Right now I'm enjoying it, but we'll see. We'll see. So, you know, whether you wear your nails natural, keep them manicured. You can do that yourself. There are so many videos here on YouTube about how to do at-home manicures. Search for one of those videos and watch if you would like to do your own manicures at home. You don't have to have long nails. You can have short, natural nails. You can wear polish. You don't have to wear polish. Push back your cuticles. Just make sure if there's any nail growing out at all that it's clean underneath. That's one of my pet peeves with my acrylics and it's another reason why I go for a fill as often as I do, because when they start looking dirty or up underneath and it's something I can't get out, I want it out. I hate the look of something under my nails. I want my nails as clean underneath as they are on the top. I want them as pretty underneath as they are on top. When that acrylic starts to grow out, you can see my nail under there. And that's typically where I start to see discoloration, which is my nail, my natural nail. And I'll go in for my fill and I'll have her drill out my natural nail so that you can't see it. And it's white again underneath there. I am a fanatic about that. I want my nails clean. So, you know, if you can't afford to go, or if you just don't want to spend your money, many times it's not that we can't afford something, it's just that's not the way we want to spend our money. So if you don't want to spend your money, or as my good friend says, it's just not in my budget this week, then do it yourself. It's so easy to do it yourself. A lot of people even do their acrylics and their gel nails themselves. So, but if you can, splurge from time to time, especially in this holiday season when you have a special event to go to. It might be nice just to go to the nail salon on the corner and just get a simple little manicure. And number one, the pampering aspect of it is just wonderful. You'll just feel so good while you're sitting there being pampered, having someone else trim your nails and push your cuticles back and massage your hands and soak your nails. Just splurge a few dollars every once in a while and do that for yourself. I don't think you'll regret it. So we have lotions and that we can put on our hands. We can get manicures. We can get acrylic nails. We can, we can do those kinds of things to make our nails and hands pretty. But what if we have a lot of discoloration on our hands? And that is something that many of us who are truly aging are realizing. Our hands are really starting to age with the spots, with the wrinkling, with the sinking in, the blue veins showing. And I have a tip for you. And it's a good tip. You're going to thank me for this one. You're going to thank me. I have been using this product for probably 15 years. Now, before we moved to Florida, I used it a lot. Since Florida, I rarely use it. And the reason is I'm in the sun most of the time. We go to the beach. We've always gone to the beach a lot since we've been down here. And I always have a suntan. This summer, there's been so much going on that we just haven't been to the beach very much. Our pool has been closed because we're still digging out of Hurricane Michael here, and we're getting new roofs, and they're having to cover our pool so that they can do the roofing and nothing gets into the pool. And so I've not been able to lay out by the pool. I've not been able to get sun on my hands and my arms and my legs like I like. And usually when I have a tan, I don't need to do anything because the tan itself really seems to hide a lot of stuff that aging has done to my hands, aging in the sun. So let me show you some products that I use, and I've been using more and more. I rarely use them in my YouTube videos unless my hands are it's really obvious I don't use it. But when we're going out, especially to an event or to a party or when we're cruising, I will use this to make my hands and arms and sometimes my legs look better. I'm going to show you this, and then you're going to see some video, hopefully, running that will show me actually using it. But I like the two products in particular. The first one is the Sally Hansen Airbrush Legs. And I use this more on my hands and arms than I do on my legs, actually. But I do use it on my legs and the tops of my feet sometimes. The other product, and I don't even know if you can still get this. I bought so many of these when I found this a few years ago that I don't even know if it's still available, but I bought it at Walgreens. And it's their brand. It's the Studio 35 Bare Legs Only Better. And you can even get the Sally Hansen in the little trial size or travel sizes because these are perfect. These are perfect. And then the next thing I use is a brush to apply it. And this is an old Bare Minerals body buffing brush. I got this with their faux tan. This was how you applied their faux tan. And it is just a very dense, flat top kabuki brush. You could use any thick, dense brush to do this with. It doesn't have to be this brush. This brush is probably not available. I bet I've had this 10 or 15 years. Still going strong. So here's what I do. I use one of these products only on the parts of my body that are exposed when I'm dressed. So it may only be my hands. I'll take it up just a little way on my wrist, just in case my sleeve gets pushed up. If I'm wearing something that may be 3/4 sleeve, I'll put it all the way up to my elbow, which is what I did today. I will put it on my legs if I'm wearing capris, say, and I want my legs to look more tanned, smoother, nicer. I'll put it on my legs and just put it up under where my capris would come to. Don't do my whole body, don't need to. If I'm wearing something that might be a little bit low, it does great on my chest, my décolleté. So you can use it anywhere on your body. And with both of these, I've found that they dry down almost instantly. Almost instantly. So, and they don't rub off. They do come off with soap and water, so when you take your next shower, you can wash it off. And I only use these, like I said, now when I really need for my skin to look a little bit nicer. And right here at this holiday season, when we're all having some type of function, even if we're not extremely social and we're not going to parties, we may have a party at work that maybe we want to wear a Christmas sweater and we'd just like to bump it up a notch. This would be a great way to do it. Maybe we're going to lunch with our girlfriends. Maybe we're going to our Sunday school party. Maybe we're going out to dinner with special friends, or Sunday or Christmas Eve Mass. Wherever you want to bump it up just a little notch. I'm not saying this is something to do every day. I don't do it every day. I'm not going to take the time to do it every day, although it doesn't take very much time. I say go for it. I love this stuff. I will. As long as they make it, I'll have it, and I'll be using it, and my hands will look good, because I I just think when your skin, unless you're just porcelain lily white and have beautiful skin, it's not always going to be pretty. Even if you've taken as good of care as I've taken of my hands over the years, and I think I have pretty good looking hands for 76 years old. Trust me when I tell you, there are days when I look at my hands and I go, you need to do something, Patty. Because we see our hands all the time. Oh, one other thing I want to address with this. How do you wash your hands? You're at this nice event or you're at dinner and you want to go to the ladies' room and you wash your hands. You don't want to wash it off. Here's what I do. I've learned over the years how to only wash my palms. And I can wet the palms of my hands under that faucet, put some soap, and scrub them real good like this. And then I hold them in such a way that the water just runs off to rinse them. And then when I dry. And I just get them real dry. I do everything I can to avoid wetting the backs of my hands. It's an art. I've learned it. I'm accomplished when it comes to washing my hands and not removing my good stuff. Another thing, and probably the last thing, is our jewelry. Dolly, good old Dolly. Dolly's got those jewels all over the backs of her hands. I'm not going to wear jewels, but boy, I'm going to wear my jewelry, and I'm going to wear rings, and I have a lot of them. I have really expensive rings that I rarely wear, and I have the cheapo costume jewelry, nice costume jewelry that I wear all the time. You're going to be asking about it. I've shown this before. This is a big old honking butterfly ring. I love this ring. I got this off of JTV. I'm pretty sure it's still available. If I can find it, I'll put it up. When you have something like that, you only need one ring. Don't you agree? But then again, you might like a thumb ring. Do you know my sister wears thumb rings all the time? I love it. I see her hands and I go, oh, I love that. I put a thumb ring on and I look like I don't know what. I'm not a thumb ring person. I love them on other people, don't like them on me. I have a really nice wedding set. I saw this set of rings. It popped up in a Facebook feed, and I opened the link up, and I ordered these rings. It's a set of 4 rings. It's pearls and sterling silver. And this is a really nice site. This girl who has this site, or whoever she is, or he, they have no idea who I am. But I love this set of rings. They're sterling, or silver, I think. But the big one is engraved, with or monogrammed with my initials. And I'll try to zero in on it so that you can see them. Let me space them so that you can see there are 4 rings. But they're pearls and little bitty tiny stones and the silver. And they were not expensive. I want to say in the $45 range, maybe. But I've had them for a while, but I bet they're still available. I got them off of Etsy. So I will put that link also. I know I showed you this bracelet in a recent haul. If you're wearing, things where a bracelet would show, wear a pretty bracelet. It's a distraction. Our pretty nails, whether they're our own natural nails, unpolished, beautiful, well manicured, it's taking away from the age spots, from the sagging, from the wrinkling, just from the general aging. It's a distraction, and there's nothing wrong with it. And like I say, we can buy beautiful earrings. We can buy beautiful necklaces, but guess what? Unless we're looking in a mirror, we don't see them. But we see our hands constantly. Constantly. Why not go, oh, okay, okay. I like. Pretty good today, Patty. Pretty good. At least your hands have it going on. Pretty good. I invest in, I think it's called Connoisseur. You can buy it at Walmart, jewelry cleaner and a polishing cloth. And I clean my jewelry regularly. I make sure and keep my jewelry clean because I think that's just a part of having pretty hands. Is if you're going to wear jewelry, if you're going to wear bracelets, if you're going to wear rings, have them clean, have them sparkle. If they're supposed to sparkle, let them sparkle, because we sparkle. We sparkle. So that's it. I hope you learned something about having pretty hands, and even if your hands are, if you have, maybe you have arthritis, maybe listen, trust me when I tell you, this will make arthritis look better. I don't think anybody would look at my hands and say, oh, she has makeup on her hands. Here's what I get. Gosh, you have a pretty tan. I get that compliment all the time. Gosh, you have a really pretty tan. Your tan is such a pretty color. And I'll tell them what it is. I don't hesitate. Well, look, let me pull my pants leg up and you see what it really looks like. Or let me pull my sleeve all the way up and let you see what it really looks like. Because, that's just me. I'm pretty real when it comes right down to it. I'm telling you all of my secrets. I'm telling you all of my tips for my hands, because honestly I get so many compliments. I've said that several times in this video, but I really do. Not just from you guys, but from when I'm out and about. I just get compliments on my hands. That's, I always get compliments on my nails, but most of the times it's on my hands too. So go out. If you only have a couple of dollars, buy this. Walmart, Walgreens, any drugstore, you see this everywhere. Buy the little sample tube. I use the medium. They have different colors. I use the medium. And just try any brush. Find any brush in your arsenal that you own, big fat fluffy brush, and just try it. Start with a little bit, add on if you need to a little bit. One thing I didn't show you on this arm is, and I don't know if you can see it, but right here, about a week ago, Biscuit got me, and with his foot, with his paw, and I have 2 deep scratch marks that broke the skin and caused that ugly, ugly bruising right there. And with this, you can barely see them. They're barely noticeable. My Fitbit, one of my bands, but they're barely noticeable. That covered them. I mean, I would go out or just look down and see those, and I would just go, oh. So I thought, I can fix that. And I did. And I do. And this doesn't bother me at all, not at all, to make my hands look pretty. I, again, hope you've gleaned a little something from this video, and that maybe you'll try some of these tips that I've given you today to go into this holiday season with really pretty hands, because we can all have them. Just have to make a little effort. Maybe we can't go back and grow that fat again. We can't do anything about that unless we want to have those needles stuck in the back of our hands, which some will want to do that, and that's okay. But we can make it better. We can make them look better. We can make them look prettier. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, I sure hope you will. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. And know how much I love you. Don't forget to go out and be kind. Be kind to yourself. A little hand makeup, never hurt anybody. Be kind to yourself so that you can be kind to others. You know, when someone says, oh, your hands, I love your nails, or I love your tan color, you can say, you have the most beautiful eyes. Does somebody tell you, do people tell you you have beautiful eyes? I bet you hear that all the time. And watch her face light up. Just watch her face light up. You've made her day. She won't forget. And neither will you. Know that I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Well, I'm all for Christmas. It's a magical time full of kisses. Take a walk out